I'm gonna be on top of him in a second.
Sounds good, dog. Keep it up.
Many wars have we served the Emperor.
These turrets are f***ing them up.
On the move. We fall upon the infidel. Heretic and alien, Seraphim, march!
Now isolate this little pocket over here.
Oh, I just shredded this fucking town.
Upgrading another heavy Gauss turret.
Oh
here.
yeah. They're melting. They're freaking melting. I'm gonna go into the assault marines now.
Sounds good. I'm just like A moving, dude. That's what Necrons do. So you do your thing. Just fucking A move.
Oh my god. Oh, they're melting.
Hey, knock them off the point if you can. The ones capturing. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Good.
Dude, the Inferno Pistols are so good. I'm still
Yeah,
going.
yeah.
I can still
3
punch 'em.
minutes until
Can
taken.
we do a
Oh,
thing with
oh,
the
oh.
points? Or is that ours? I assume that's not ours.
That's our victory. In the timer there. We've had it for a while. Because we have the one on the other side that that Bone is holding. So if he holds that, I can't really keep up with you. Just fair warning.
Yep. I'm shredding them, dude.
Are you living your best life? Your fantasy?
Oh my god, I just wiped like 3 squads.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Many aspire.
It's so good and tasty.
Many aspire, few attain. By the hymns of the ecclesiarchy, I'm on a Sisters of Battle kick, and these ladies are a Renaissance painting. They may not be gene-enhanced like the Adeptus Astartes, but by blade, bolter, and the promise of divine retribution, the Sororitas brings swift death to the enemies of the Imperium. There's perhaps no cooler unit in Dawn of War Definitive than their dedicated assault squads. I am obsessed with Seraphim right now, boys. Please, send help. Within a convent or sisterhood, Seraphim and Zephyrim are trained as close-quarters shock troops, carved in effigy of the angels in ancient Terran myth. They descend on an enemy backline with jetpacks to immolate, chunk, and otherwise disembowel Xenos and heretics at point-blank range. The Zephyrim are the melee wing, power swords, and the occasional hand flamer, while Seraphim wield akimbo bolt pistols, flipping and swooping down upon unsuspecting prey to blow them to pieces. And in Dawn of War Definitive, the Seraphim are one of the most unique and interesting units in the entire game. They have incredibly high base movement speed, outpacing even other jetpack or assault troops, and one of the highest fire on the move accuracy values of any unit at 70%. Normally, when a ranged unit sprints forward firing their weapon, their accuracy, and therefore their damage output, drops drastically. But Seraphim retain the majority of their DPS while charging forward, while moving laterally, while retreating, and this means they will punish any unit they can get an advantage on. In Dawn of War 2, this unit archetype probably wouldn't be nearly as good because the enemy could just hit the retreat button, hit X and get that speed boost, that damage reduction to escape easily. But in Dawn of War 1, there is no retreat button, and so if a unit gets caught out and isolated, Seraphim are gonna ensure that it is dead. They will literally destroy it. Seraphim do not let them escape, they can't. And so they're essentially the 40k equivalent of like a Mongolian horse archer. They will harass you and whittle you down until you flee, and once you've broken, it's over. I swear, I have wiped more squads in 4 days of playing with Seraphim than I have in my 400 hours of Dawn of War 2, and certainly a hell of a lot more than I was getting with Necrons when I first started 1. This is honestly more my style in an RTS anyway. I love that implacable horde advance of the Necrons, but lightning quick strikes and the ability to pick and choose my engagements at will is more fun, more my style. You guys know I love cavalry in Total War. It's a similar play style here. And if it gets too hot, you just jump out and look for another fight, as this force multiplier, especially in 2v2s or 3v3s, that swoops in from the flank to turn the tide. Now, the big thing with Seraphim is that they can be incredibly strong early game, but they still scale fairly well. They are definitely not a late game unit. They're not going to stand and fight and tank like a Bane Blade or a Squigoth Charge in those epic late game 3v3s, but they have a lot of tech and upgrades that keeps them dangerous well into mid game. Like minute 4 to minute 10 is really where they shine though, where the unique elements of their kit let them do some pretty disgusting stuff. The first thing I've been doing is creating 2 squads and getting hyper aggressive on the map to scout, to figure out what an opponent is doing, and if possible, deal some economic damage early. You look for isolated scouts or builders who are capping points or trying to get listening posts up in the neutral zone, and if you find them, they're dead. Then you go looking for the enemy base. A lot of people like to greed in this game. They like to build 4 to 6 power gens as Necrons immediately. All they're going to have out is maybe a single squad of Necron warriors or their lord, if that, when you're hitting their base at 3 minutes, 4 minutes into the game. There won't be any turrets up. There won't be anything that can catch you, so you shoot down scarabs, builders, whatever, harass their power, get them flustered, get them making mistakes. It's a lot harder to play reactively than it is to play proactively in this game, and if you play it right, you can put out an immense amount of pressure and deal huge economic damage before your opponent can really ever get off the ground. Now, their secret weapon, the Seraphim, is the mighty Inferno Pistol. Inferno Pistols are love. Inferno Pistols are life. These are the key to basically any and everything I do with Sisters of Battle. They are absurdly good and pretty much an important element in all of my Sisters of Battle openings. The Canoness Lord benefits from them tremendously as well. She can actually get the Inferno Pistol out much earlier than the Seraphim because the Inferno Pistol tech is available right away and the Canoness can use it right away. There's no tier 2 requirement for her. Meanwhile, the Seraphim can't get it until you tech up and get veteran superiors in your squads. But whether it's on your Lord or your assault squads or both, the fire and the move penalty for Inferno Pistols is again quite negligible, which means it's amazing for running down enemy troops. And if you get a squad advantage, local fire superiority, as they try to run away, Inferno Pistol just absolutely melts through Space Marine squads, commanders, whatever. If you put your Canoness in range stance with an Inferno Pistol, she will just melt stuff on the run too. But she, of course, doesn't have the mobility that the Seraphim and their jump packs do. Veteran superiors are the same thing. As soon as you get them in tier 2, infantry and enemy commanders explode. And though it's not quite as good for killing buildings or vehicles as Meltas, they can still bash power and destroy listening posts pretty effectively. Now, the general build order I've been following, which I'm sure isn't perfectly optimized or whatever, is 2 builders and 2 missionaries. You build a convent and a pristine sanctuary to unlock the Seraphim, then a power gen. You wait until both Seraphim are recruited before building your first listening post, because they cost 200 rec each. If you build a listening post first, it will actually delay your second Seraphim squad, and you want both those out on the field as early as possible, because they can cause so much havoc if your opponent isn't ready for them. And then you build into a quick HQ upgrade to unlock those veteran superiors and get them in your Seraphim squads. Sometimes, with crack grenades and Inferno Pistols, 2 Seraphim can just end the game by themselves. If not, I think Celestians are generally considered the best Sisters of Battle unit, outside maybe the Canoness, at least in 1v1s, and with your advantage, you can push in with Celestian Melta squads and Rhino transports to blow up buildings and finish the match. Celestians are a really good unit, but they are slow. Rhino transports are going to be what fixes that for you. You drive them in really close, get out, blow up a building, then you escape, hit another side of the enemy base. That element right now, I'm not very good at. That takes a lot of micro. That is probably a level or 2 above where I am right now, but that's the general idea if you need to finish them off in the mid-game after dealing some economic damage early. Generally speaking, if you do all of this fast enough, a lot of factions and players are going to fall to pieces. They cannot handle that much economic pressure early, and they never recover. But just so we're on the same wavelength, it's not like I made up this strat, right? If you don't take my word for it, understand that this kind of thing is viable at competitive levels of play from what I've seen on other channels, people who are much more experienced at the game. I'm not making up this strat. I'm not telling you guys this is the best thing ever just because I don't have enough experience to truly know everything that's great in the game right now. I've seen other people do it, and if it's working for them at a competitive level, it'll probably work for you guys in your pubs, is what I'm saying. And if it's working at a competitive level of play, where Sisters of Battle are considered one of, if not the worst factions in the game, well then in your games, it's probably not going to matter a whole lot. It certainly doesn't matter in mine. Those tier lists might matter if you're really pushing everything to its fullest potential. In a random pub game, a couple weeks after launch, probably not going to be happening all that often, right? Now, if the match does drag on a bit, they have a lot of additional upgrades to kind of make them more viable later into the match. Crack Grenades gives them building and vehicle killing potential. Blessed Armor gives them way more health. Sioculum gives them 50% more bolt pistol DPS, and I believe that stacks with their innate Angelic Visage active ability, which makes them and nearby allies immune to morale damage, restores their morale, and increases their DPS by 25% as well. And I think they can also get like a charge effect, where if you get close to an enemy, you'll charge in and knock down the entire squad. I haven't tried that one out yet, but it sounds pretty cool. Naturally though, Seraphim have some clear-cut weaknesses as well. They do not want to sit still and trade in a fair ranged fight ever. Against a big, competent blob of shooting, they will die and die quickly. So if your opponent has Dark Reapers or tons of guard squads out or whatever, you avoid them and harass elsewhere. Or in some matchups, probably just don't build Seraphim at all. I don't know all the intricacies or faction matchups yet to give you like a super in-depth breakdown there of when they're a bad call in early game. But if your opponent likes to melee or isn't expecting such early pressure, Sluggas, Chaos Raptors, Storm Boys, whatever, they're going to get mowed down if you isolate them. And that's why striking early is so important, because if you can get a squad wipe or kill builders at minute 3, right from the jump, it prevents those shooty blobs from forming that could zone you out otherwise. The name of the game with this is to not bleed models, it's to harass, it's to kite, it's to slowly cut down on an opponent's avenues and their ability to branch out onto the map and take objectives. And if you do that correctly, it's really annoying to deal with. This unit is super frustrating to fight against when the person knows what they're doing. Perfect example right here, doing a little bit of a lore-friendly matchup, Sisters of Battle and Space Marines versus 2 Chaos Space Marine players. And in the early game, I mean, my Seraphim were just absolutely ripping and tearing. They cut through 4 or 5 builders, a bunch of cultists. They did a ton of economic damage early, and Chaos never really recovered. They did manage to get some troops out on the field, but of course the Raptor squad got kited to death, absolutely eviscerated. And then the CSM came out, they got tied down in melee, and just the fire superiority is huge. What they're going to try to do to counter that is to get a quick machine cult, or whatever the hell, the machine pit, get the Defiler out early. But by that time, I have crack grenades and Inferno Pistols already in my Seraphim, and they're going to just throw whatever bodies they can into the meat grinder. But the other player's taking so much damage, he can't really reinforce it. He doesn't have a military, so the Defiler comes out, but then I've got 2 crack grenades waiting for him. You have a bunch of flamers to help burn down the pit, and this Defiler just isn't going to last very long. Infernos are not as good as Meltas in killing vehicles or buildings, but they have a lot of sustained DPS, and they can get through those big HP targets regardless. So we're going to pop Angelic Visage for the 25% extra damage, which I think also applies to the Inferno Pistol. And while the Defiler will get a couple of kills here or there, the base will fall soon after. That's the general idea. You harass, you kill things, you isolate important targets, then you push in early and end the game before minute 10. If you need a little bit extra punch, get the Celestians with Meltas, and that'll probably be enough. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Got lots more Sisters of Battle and other Dawn of War content coming soon, and of course, more Total War replays and whatever the hell else y'all want to see. Yeah, he's like, yeah, damn, Sisters are nasty in the early game. I swear to God, I can't deal with their infantry. Again, probably not the most experienced players, but neither am I. I'm loving Sisters, I'm loving Seraphim. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
I'm just power teching the tier 2, I'm just spamming Necron Warriors, power teching. Easy. Easy life. What the?
Witchcraft, heresy, and mutation.
Okay, this is fun. It's really fun when you're fighting melee squads with Seraphim.
Oh yeah, to like just kite them back. It's very fun.
Yeah.
Come on, girls! Blow them down!
I'm establishing a beachhead in the middle of the map. We shall fight.
I just got some
Use choke
sick,
point.
nasty value in those opening engagements. That was good.